Hello my creative friend, Olga Soby here, and welcome to new fluid art creation process. Today I'm working on 30 by 40 inches canvas, and I have prepped the back of my canvas with tape and stands, and I keep getting questions about what are those stands and what are the names. So I have created an article on my website SobyArtAcademy.com where I share pour painting supplies or supplies for acrylic pouring, and I list a lot of all the essentials that I use for pouring techniques as well as those stands. So if you're wondering what are the stands and what are some of the other supplies that I'm using in my process, check out that article. It's on my website and the link will be in the description below. So 30 by 40 inch canvas. The theme of the painting is going to be all about greens. And if you have been following for a while, you know that for many years the green has been a challenging color for me. I was avoiding it, and I feel like every artist has it. Some avoid yellow, some avoid red, and green was those, no-go color for me. By the way, if you have this color that is a bit challenging for you, let me know in the comments below. So it was a challenge, but recently I have been really attracted to this color. I have been rediscovering it for myself, reinventing it in my art, and today is going to be one of those paintings. So I will touch the base on that a bit more, but this is going to be the base for my painting, and I want to create a tape dome because I'm going to be tilting my base and I don't want to waste too much paint with that. The tape is done, and the green color, it has so many beautiful symbols and meanings. It's the color of life, the color of growth, the color of renewal. So it's going to represent all of these beautiful meanings for me today. And to accompany my green, I have another shade of green which is a bit warmer than the base one. And I also want to use white and gold. And gold, of course, it has so many different meanings. It's a color of success, it's a color of prosperity, it's also a color of enlightenment and creativity. So for me, it will be these two colors together. It will be prosperity in nature or prosperity through nature. So this is what this painting is going to be about. And I'm gonna add my secret message and we'll be pretty much ready to start the painting. Soul Garden is a secret message today. And let's get started with the base. So here I have, this green is a mix, so I mixed a few different shades of green and a touch of white. Okay, I have all of my green on the canvas, and now let's tilt it out. Once the whole canvas is covered, I remove the tape and I will take care of my sides later. Okay, and for my composition, I want to continue exploring a bit more negative space in the center and some flows on the outskirts, not on the outskirts, but closer to the edges of the canvas. I have done several paintings like this just recently in my recent series, and it worked out amazing. So I want to keep on exploring this, and I want to have sort of like this floral flow here, and then I'm going to add one like here. So I'll start with a color that's very close to my base, but it's warmer green. They're blending quite a bit, but once I'm going to be adding white before the blowout, this variation in green will be more visible. But as I'm adding this color, you know what I'm thinking about? The camera usually has very hard time picking out on nuances of green and turquoise colors. So to you, it might actually look that these two colors are identical. Well, you're gonna have to trust me on this one. They're not. This one is a warmer green. Add some white to help define this composition, and also add some highlights. Now I finally want to add some gold. I want to add a bit of that base color on top just to help the blowout, but also I want to really create this a bit more diverse green palette, which will hopefully open up once I start blowing out the white. I am going to get started with the blowout now. Okay, so far, so really good. I love this. The cells are gorgeous. Of course, all of my colors are mixed with my recipe that I teach inside of the Fluid Art Mastery course. If you haven't yet, I invite you to check it out. I feel like it's just asking for one more right here and extend this one a little bit that way. Yes, I do like it better, more balance. Felt like I want to add one more right here, just for a little bit better balance and a little less negative space, but I didn't do a very good job detaching it here. Right now they look separated, so I need to make them look more united and connected. Uh-oh, I keep getting further and further from my initial vision for this area. Okay, I very much hope that the third time is gonna be the charm. So I'll try to keep it a bit more compact. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. So this is definitely it in terms of like the size and the composition. Definitely looks connected with the rest. This area with negative space got a little bit mixed in with a few other colors, like the lighter greens. I'm trying to decide what I want to do about it. I want to add some of those elements of other greens, like I did here, in other parts of my negative space to make it look more cohesive. I am digging this look much better. So now I want to work on finger swipe and details in this painting. This is gonna be fun. Well, after all the finger swipes and adjustments, you can see I made it look more leafy. Now definitely a soul garden. I am in love. And there are a couple areas that I want to change in more. I want to add more contrast once it's dry. But I think for this wet stage, for the fluid acrylic stage of this painting, I'm done. It's beautiful. So I am going to go ahead and touch up the sides. It's going to be the first stage of touch up. And I will see you in a second for the next stage of this painting creation. For the last couple of years, I almost never stop at just fluid painting. And fluid techniques, of course, make the absolute foundation of my art style, but it is fun for me to take it one step further, well, sometimes several steps further, by combining techniques and adding embellishments. And this painting is not going to be an exception. And if you would like to learn this glowing method along with masking technique and many other unique embellishment techniques and materials, I invite you to explore my Embellishment Mastery course. The link will be in the description. Once the glow is in place, I want to correct the sides, making sure they have a full coverage. So I'm using the same exact color as for my base and just go over on all four sides to make sure that the sides look just as polished as the front of my painting. I also decided to refine a few lines and shapes with the brush, and I'm using the same exact fluid colors as for the pour painting itself. And I find that these small touches, the small finishing touches, always make a big difference and pull the whole artwork together. And here you have it, finished result. Just look at that. And I used dual varnish technique here, as you can see, and I am in love with outcome. The richness of these colors and the way they flow together just truly speaks to me. Just to think that I used to avoid green, crazy. And it feels like a heartfelt tribute to summer, just right before it ends. It fades away into the fall. And this painting, this beauty, is also available for purchase on my website. So if it resonates with you and you'd love to bring its energy and its beautiful, vibrant colors in your home, you will find a link to that as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care, create with passion, and until the next time. Bye-bye!